Hey everybody, it's Barbie Pedal Pusher back with a short video before the baby wakes up and the phone rings again and interrupts the video again. So this is take two. So I'm pretty sure always on take two I don't ramble as much and I talk a lot faster, so hang on. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for all my new subscribers. I'm in the 700s now, which I think is pretty cool. I know there's a lot of people with a lot more subscribers, but I'm an introverted person, and so the fact that 700 plus of you actually want to watch me ramble about cross-stitching, of all things, is pretty exciting and slightly terrifying. But I'm glad you do, so thank you. And those of you that have been with me for a while, thank you so much for coming back. I love hearing or seeing all your comments. I try to get back to you eventually. I'm not always the most on the ball, but I will usually comment back, or at least like your comment. I read them all, so thank you so much for everyone who does comment. We've got a little shop talk real quick. I've got some haul, I've got some whips, I've got an FFO, I've got some purchases, some thrift store finds, some future plans. So I'm just going to dive right into it and be really fast about it and hope that the phone doesn't ring again and ruin this video, because my time is running out before the baby wakes up and school pickup happens. So here we go. First of all, I'm the designer behind Petal Pusher on Etsy. If you haven't been to my store, please go check it out. I have a pattern that is retiring. So this is the pattern. It is the Sense and Sensibility sampler. And I'm retiring it mainly, well, I guess I gotta explain a little bit. So when I design, I try not to do a Google image search or see if there's other designers who have done a similar topic or anything like that, just because I don't want to get their images stuck in my brain, and then I would feel terrible if I accidentally mimicked their design or copied their design or anything like that, like unintentionally plagiarized something. I would feel awful. And so when I made the Sense and Sensibility sampler, I didn't Google anything to see if any other designers had. In hindsight, I probably should have designed it and then Googled it, because it turns out, as some of you probably already know, the sampler girl, who is a great designer, she already has something called the Sense and Sensibility sampler with the exact same quote that I have on mine. And not that our styles are exactly the same, not that our designs are exactly the same, but for me personally, it bothers me that I have something so similar to something else out there already. Not because I want to be like, oh, I want to be original, but more so of, I would feel awful if she thought that I was trying to copy her, because I totally wasn't. So for that reason, I'm going to go ahead and retire the design. If you would like to purchase it, it is still in my Etsy shop until the end of this month. It's on sale, so you can get it if you would like it. It's a PDF. All my things are PDF for right now. Hopefully soonish I'll be working on getting hard copy patterns to you guys, but if you would like it, it's on sale till February 28th in my Etsy shop. There's a link below to my shop. Okay? So that's the shop talk. Oh, one more other thing. There is a new pattern coming soon, so be on the lookout for that, hopefully in the next couple weeks. So model stitching's happening now. It's getting close. It's looking really good. It's very springy, and part of the Sense and Sensibility... Why am I pointing with my pinky? This is weird. Stop it. Part of the Sense and Sensibility pattern might be making an appearance in the new pattern. So that's all I'm going to say. You'll see it and understand when it comes out. So that's shop talk. Let's hop right into whips. So my New Year New Start was Mason Jar Lineup by Dimensions. There it is. Sorry about the glare. It is a super gloomy day here, so I have to have all the basement lights on. And then, of course, some of the basement lights are burned out, so that's really awesome too. The fact that this video is even happening today is a minor miracle, so we're just going to go with it. All right, so here's where I'm at. This is part of my Stitch 9 challenge, so I am trying to, I don't want to say force myself, because that's not the right word, but I am trying to consistently work on this. So I filled in some more of the light aqua colors here in the mason jar, and I've been working on the dark colors here. So I love how it's turning out. It's a pretty easy stitch because it is on 14 count Aida, and yeah, it's just fun. It's nice. It's nice to have something bright and cheerful and happy when today the temperature started out like in the 50s and we're dropping to 12 throughout the day. So that's super. So, oh, and I never say this, but most of my needle minders, unless I say something else, I probably made it. So this was like some pendant I got at Michael's a year or so ago. And I just, you can see there's the loop. I just glued a magnet on it. Boom, needle minder. So that's whip number 1. Whip number 2, so that's going to be kind of like my nighttime whip after the kids have gone to bed. I've got my cross stitch stand there on my little end of the couch, and that's my evening whip. The Ada makes it easier to stitch at night when I'm tired and my eyes are sleepy. This is my on-the-go or daytime or pickup line stitching whip. I just started it, so it's a new start. Pretty mind-blowing, I know. It's amazing. This I only stitched the other day in the pickup line. So it's my part of the sal I'm doing with Misty and Helen. You've heard me talk about it before if you've been here before, or if you watch Misty and Helen, you've already heard about it. And if you're not watching Misty and Helen, you need to go check them out because they're awesome people and beautiful stitchers. So this is my February start for a very prairie year sal. That's the hashtag, it'll be below. So I'm doing daffodils, and I decided to go ahead and start in the corner. I'm usually a middle starter, but I haven't quite nailed down what color pink I want to use yet. A little different for me. This is on 32 count Queen Anne's Lace Joblin. I really went back and forth on colors for this because I kind of wanted like a blue sky color to do all the months in, because eventually I would love to have all the months. But I didn't really have anything, and I really wanted to get started, and so Queen Anne's Lace it is. It's a really pretty color. My new pattern is actually going to be in that. That was the other half of what I ordered. Just to show you kind of what I do. So I keep all my stuff in a box for each whip that I have. So these are the Prairie Schooler colors right here. And these are some things that I've pulled to brighten it up. Because to me, as much as I love the Prairie Schooler designs, the colors are a little more dulled out than I like. So, like, for example, the house. It looks pink, right? Lovely, right? I love pink. Pink is great. A pink house is fun. But the two colors in the house are 3772 and 407. Now, I know the lighting's not the greatest, but that's not pink in my book. Like, that's brown. It's a pinky brown. I get that. But this looks totally brown. And even on my fabric, it still doesn't look pink to me. So we're pinking up that house quite a bit. We're greening up that grass even more. It's Technicolor stitching over here. It's no muted stuff for me at this point in my life. I like bright colors, so that's what we're going with. Those are my whips. Let's do haul, and that'll help me move into my finishes. So I'm not going to do every single little bitty thing. This will be quick haul. So Color and Cotton subscriptions, since I've seen you, I've gotten one fabric of the month. This is called Wedgwood, and it's showing up okay. It's a real pretty kind of bluish gray, mainly just gray. It's lovely as usual. I've been gone long enough from recording that I've had 2 floss of the months come. So this one you've seen on a couple channels, nice and bright and springy. I forget which one came first, but here's the second one. Yep, they're still in the bags because I'm lazy. Now you've seen them and I can sort them out and file them away. So in anticipation of my new pattern, I was trying to get up to my LNS, but she's only open like 4 days a week and doesn't open till 11. And then it's 50 minutes away from where I live. And one of the days, so it's right next to my hometown, the town that my LNS is in. And so one day I was up there at my parents', and it was one of the days she was supposed to be open, and she wasn't. So I ended up just ordering some fabric and flosses online, which I don't really like doing because you can't see them very well. But I ended up with the Queen Anne's Lace for the new pattern. These were 2 colors that I thought I would use, but they weren't quite, sorry, hair on me, quite 100% what I wanted. But it'll give you an idea what's going on in there. We got some rose petal and some aged pewter. This is my first pattern I've designed that will use 2 hand-dyed flosses. So that's something new and exciting, but they're not those, so don't buy those because I didn't use those. My stitcher has the one I used. And then possible fabrics that I chose were Water Lily linen, which is lovely, although the sticker keeps coming off. Hello, string. And first time ever, I got some Vintage Country Mocha. So now I have some. It's a lot darker than I thought it would be. I guess maybe because I got it on a Lugana. I don't know. I don't know how that works, honestly. But still pretty. But yeah, it's a lot darker in person than I thought it would be. And those ended up being 2 separate orders from 123 Stitch. So I want to get the Cottage of the Month series from Country Cottage Needleworks. I already have March and June. Yes. And so I've just decided, like, when I order something, you might as well just tack one cottage on because you're paying for the shipping. You might as well just throw one in and start collecting them that way. So the first order, I think I did the linen, and I went ahead and got July because I have always liked that one. You've seen it. And then when I had to order the floss, I'm not going to not get a pattern and just get floss. That's just silly for shipping. So I grabbed September. I don't know why I really like the September one. And red is not my color, but I still like it. I don't know. So we're up to 4 cottages. So, you know, in like 2-3 years, I can stitch that series. Maybe. I went to Hobby Lobby. So my Hobby Lobby is, like I said, about, well, maybe I said it in this video, I don't know, about 30 minutes away. I don't get to get down there except once every 2 or 3 months, maybe, if I'm lucky. So I was going to go Monday, but my daughter decided to start throwing up in her bed Sunday night. Why do little kids always have to do it in the middle of the night or like right in their bed? Just full on puddle. I don't get it. She's feeling better now, thankfully. It just lasted for the evening and then she was over it. Thank goodness. So Monday was out. So Tuesday, my littlest and I, we made a trip down, and thankfully he's a good little shopper at age 1.5. He's a trooper. We cruised all around that Hobby Lobby and I found some goodies. So I grabbed this. I'm not particularly fond of the picture, but I love this frame. I think it's super fun. And this was in the spring section that's 40% off. So I grabbed that for future use because every good stitcher needs a stash of frames, right? Then, this was a good find. So I took my spooky string with me because it's the only string that I've stitched that I actually have completely FFO'd. Well, partial FFO'd because it didn't really have a frame. I'd bought a board that I thought I was going to mount it on, and I didn't end up doing that. So I thought, you know what, maybe on the off chance there's some sort of board or something at Hobby Lobby. Sorry, I feel like I have a hair. There it is. Tickling my neck. Something that I can use. I found the perfect thing. So if you're stitching any of the strings and you want a frame for them, and not just like a board to mount it on, but like an actual legit frame, go to Hobby Lobby now and get this. Again, it was near that other frame in the 40% off spring section. They have like a farmhouse stuff spring section. So bake me a cake as fast as you can, right? I don't really want that in my house, but it was like a choir of angels sang because I grabbed it and thought, let's see. Boom! It fits so well, I don't even have to magnet that sucker in there. I mean, yeah, eventually it'll fall out if you flip it, but that is about as perfect of a fit as you're going to find. And it looks so good. This is exactly how... Now it's going to keep falling out. I will eventually magnet it a little bit, but seriously, how awesome is that? So if you're doing these and you just want a little bit of fabric to show, this frame is perfect. So go grab it. It's awesome. I can't wait to finish the other ones now and put them in there and hang it in my kids' room, and it's going to look spectacular. The main reason I went to Hobby Lobby, those were just like bonus finds. My real reason was because of this guy. My January Very Prairie Year Sal start. It's a mouthful. I was stitching Winter Wind, and if you follow me on Instagram, which I will link my Instagram below, you will have seen that I did finish this. But but I couldn't find a frame. I had nothing in the house that actually fit it because it's a lot longer than you think. It's long and kind of skinny. So it was a challenge to find something just the right size. Hobby Lobby pulled through as per usual. So here is my FFO. So this is Welcome to Our Home. In my Hobby Lobby, you know how like they have like those little center things, display thingies? I don't know what to call them. This was in one of those. It wasn't 40% off, but I used my 40% off coupon. So there's that. And as you can see, I did magnet it. I do plan on eventually stitching all 4 of these and just swapping them out. I liked that the wood tone kind of picks up on the color of the fabric, and I like that it was just plain white because it gives it a matte and kind of a nice clean look. I love doing the Priscilla finish of the sticky board and magnets. I'm just not a bow garland kind of person. I love it on other people's, but when I do it, I feel like it looks silly on mine. So for now, it's going to be just plain. I did make several changes that I talked about in my last video of what I wanted to do, and I did it. So up here, it's supposed to be all dark and say winter with white snowflakes. I changed it to snowflakes all over. This blue, and the green are all brightened up colors. Let's see, what else? I left off the fence, mainly because I forgot and then I was lazy and didn't want to go back and do it, but it's fine. I changed the house, clearly, so the house was red. I left the chimneys red, changed the front door red, and I went with the lighter blue for the house. And I took out the tan color that was in the wording and made it more the gray color all over. And I think that's all my changes. Oh, and then it's like the downstairs windows and the attic window have lights on because they're yellow, and these are all dark. But I wanted my house to have all of its lights on, so I turned them on. So there it is. I love it. Took me longer than I thought because, again, January was busy. I ended up working part-time a little bit here and there, so didn't have as much time, but now it's done. It's on the wall for the rest of the month until it goes out for spring stuff, but I'm very, very happy with it. So that is my FFO. I have one thrift store find to share with you. So when you go to Hobby Lobby, my Hobby Lobby just around the corner is this thrift store. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want anyone stealing my new favorite thrift store. The last time I was there, let me show you, I found these babies. I don't think I've showed these on a video. Maybe I did. These guys, vintage paint by numbers in their frame, found in the wild, $5 a piece. $5 a piece! My husband doesn't get it. He's like, why do you like these paintings? Because they're bright and they're colorful, and someone painted it, and I love that. Don't mind me. I never find vintage paint by numbers out in the wild. Like, I've bought them off of Etsy, I've bought them off of eBay. I saw someone list those exact 2 same paintings for $65 the other day. I'm like, honey, do you understand what a steal this was? $10 for the pair. It's amazing. So, no paint by numbers this time when I went. This is only my second trip to this thrift store. But they did not disappoint. Let me show you what I found. Do I have a need for this? No, not really. Was I going to leave it behind in that thrift store? Absolutely not. So let me show you. Let me get all the fuzz and dust off my pants. All right, you ready? I found this amazing vintage quilt. How gorgeous is that? Like, these are totally Barbie colors. I love the greens. I love the sawtooth edge. I love all the little pinkies. Now, quilty friends, can any of you kind of date this for me? I have no idea how old this is. I'll show you some of the prints. Oop, wrong way. It's super soft, so I feel like it's pretty old. It is hand quilted. It does have some wear and tear. I've found 2 holes so far. And then on a lot of these center yellows, like along the edge, it's just kind of ripped. Probably on like 5 of those. There's 1 or 2 small stains. I just love it. It's so pretty. And it's like probably a queen size quilt. And the quilter, even the top edge doesn't have the sawtooth, so you can pull it up and snuggle and not like get poked in the neck by the triangles. Look at those colors. Look how pretty it is. You want to guess how much? Go ahead, guess. $5. $5! I can't pass that up. Of course I have to buy it. My husband doesn't know yet because he'll be like, why do we need another quilt? We already have quilts that you don't even have on beds, and we don't even have a queen size bed. You can't pass up a $5 beautiful vintage quilt. Can't be done. So that was my thrift store find. Love it. So pretty. Let's see what else. What time is it? Oh, I gotta get going because it's gonna be pickup soon, and I don't have the baby monitor down here. I hope he's not awake. Future plans. So I'll keep working on this. Keep working on this. I don't think I'm going to start anything else this month. I feel like I've got plenty of whips to stress me out. I've kind of been looking at revising some of the patterns that I'm going to stitch for the Very Prairie Year Sal. I was looking at them with my mom the other day, like, this one's out because this new one that I bought is in. Oh, speaking of which, well, I bought some new ones, obviously, but I put them away the other day, so I'll have to get those out for the next video. The big plan, though, and hopefully I'll do another video before that, I'm going to Nashville Market. Not as a designer. I don't have my act together enough for that yet. Maybe one day, fingers crossed. But my mom and I are going to go down and I'm kind of taking a page out of Lindy Stitch's, Stephanie. Taking a page out of her playbook where last year she went and kind of like observed, saw what it was all about, got a lay of the land, kind of feel for it type of thing to see if I'm capable of handling something like that either maybe next year or the year after. I don't know. So I will be there. If you are going to be there, I would love to run into some fellow Flosstubers that I've seen. So like Trisha, I don't know if you watch me. If you do, I would love to say hi to you. Misty, I know you're going to be there. I can't wait to get to meet you in person. I will definitely be hanging out at Stephanie's booth because that's awesome. I just watched her Nashville preview video while I was eating lunch with my son. He seemed very excited about it. He was eating chicken nuggets. So you couldn't, he couldn't tell me how much he loved it, but he loved everything, I could tell. So I'm going to get to meet Stephanie. Michelle, Bendy Stitchy, I think you're going to be there, right? I need to meet you. I need to say hi to you. So I'm only going to be there one night. My mom and I are going to drive down. Nashville's about 5 hours from me, so it's not too bad. So we're going to drive down Friday. We're going to drop my kids off at school and take off. Should get to Nashville a little after lunchtime on Friday, and then we'll hang out Friday night, go Saturday, and then leave Saturday late afternoon and get home that night. So kind of a whirlwind trip, but I'm looking forward to it. Get to kind of see everybody, see what market's all about, and get some time away with my mom. So that'll be fun. So she deserves a little vacation. So that's what we're going to do. All right, I think that about wraps it up. I'm sure I'm forgetting stuff. I'm sure I was talking way too fast. That's just how things are some days. You just got to zip through it. So, yep, 23 minutes, not horrible. I'm going to get this thing uploaded. I'm going to go pick up my kids from school and hope everyone stays healthy. Hope you're staying warm wherever you are. And if I don't see you anymore this month, I'll see you after market sometime and I'll let you know how that goes. I'll try to do videos. I'm not very good about the Instagram stories, let's face it. I'll post some stuff and then I like slack off, or same with even regular Instagramming. Like I'll be on a roll and I'll be like, people are tired of seeing this project, and then I won't post for a while. So you know me, I'm weird. Yeah. So thanks again for watching as I shake the table and shake you around. And I guess I will see you when I see you. Have great stitching. Be on the lookout for the new pattern. Maybe if it gets ready sometime, well, it's already the 7th. So sometime middle towards end of February, I'll do a quick video to show you that. All right? I'll see you when I see you. Bye, guys.